Imagine this. It's 2 a.m. A storm rolls through and suddenly everything goes dark. No lights, no heat, no way to charge your phone. Are you prepared or are you panicking? Most people aren't ready for a power outage, and that could turn a minor inconvenience into a dangerous situation. In this video, you're going to discover the 8 essential items that will keep you safe, comfortable, and in control during any power outage, whether it lasts hours or days. By the end, you'll know exactly what you need and why each item could be the difference between struggling and thriving when the lights go out. And stick around until the end because item number 8 is the one most people forget, but it could literally save your life in freezing conditions. Welcome to Food Decider, where we help you make smart decisions about survival, preparedness, and everything that keeps you and your family safe. If you're serious about being prepared, hit that like button and subscribe so you never miss crucial information like this. Let's start with something that seems obvious, but most people get completely wrong: flashlights and batteries. When the power goes out, your first instinct is to grab your phone and use it as a flashlight. But here's the problem. Your phone battery is precious during an outage. It's your connection to the outside world, your access to emergency information, and potentially your only way to call for help. Draining it on lighting is a massive mistake. This is why you need multiple flashlights, strategically placed throughout your home. Not just one flashlight in a junk drawer that you can't find in the dark. We're talking about one in your bedroom, one in the kitchen, one in the bathroom, and one near your main living area. When everything goes dark, you don't want to be stumbling around trying to remember where you put that one flashlight 3 years ago. But here's where most people drop the ball. They have flashlights, but the batteries are dead or corroded. You need to maintain a proper battery supply. And here's the smart approach. Keep a mix of regular, disposable batteries and rechargeable ones. The disposables are your immediate backup, while the rechargeables give you long-term sustainability, especially if you pair them with a solar charger, which we'll talk about in a moment. Check your flashlights every few months, rotate the batteries, and make sure everything actually works. The middle of a blackout is not the time to discover your flashlight is broken. Speaking of keeping things charged, let's talk about portable power banks and solar chargers. Your smartphone isn't just for scrolling social media. During a power outage, it becomes your lifeline. It's how you'll check weather updates, contact emergency services, reach family members, and access critical information. But a dead phone is just an expensive paperweight. This is where power banks become essential. You want a power bank with at least 10,000 milliamp hours. That's enough to fully charge most smartphones 2 to 3 times. But don't stop at one. Having multiple power banks means you can keep several devices running, whether that's phones, tablets, or even small LED lights. Keep them charged and ready to go, because once the power goes out, you can't juice them up again without a wall outlet. And that's where solar chargers come into play. These aren't just for camping trips. They're your sustainable backup during extended outages. Modern solar chargers can power up your devices using nothing but sunlight, giving you independence from the grid. Even on cloudy days, many solar chargers can still generate enough power to keep your essential electronics alive. The combination of pre-charged power banks and solar charging capability means you'll never be completely cut off from communication. But what happens when your phone loses signal or the cell towers go down? This is where item number 3 becomes critical: an emergency radio. Most people think radios are outdated technology, but during a serious power outage, especially when caused by severe weather or natural disasters, your fancy smartphone might not be able to access the information you desperately need. Emergency radios are designed specifically for crisis situations. They pick up NOAA weather alerts, emergency broadcasts, and local news updates that can literally save your life. We're talking about warnings for tornadoes, flash floods, evacuation orders, and restoration timelines. You need to know what's happening outside your immediate area, and an emergency radio delivers that information even when everything else fails. The best part about modern emergency radios is that they come with multiple power options. You've got hand crank models that generate power through simple manual turning, solar panels that charge during daylight, and battery backups when you need quick access. Some even have USB ports that let you charge your phone from the radio itself. This isn't just a communication device, it's a multifunctional survival tool that ensures you're never completely in the dark about what's happening around you. Now let's move into something equally important but often overlooked: your food supply. When the power goes out, your refrigerator and freezer are on borrowed time. Depending on how full they are and how often you open them, you got maybe 24 to 48 hours before everything starts to spoil. After that, you're going to need food that doesn't require refrigeration or cooking. This is where non-perishable food becomes your best friend. We're talking about canned goods, dried fruits, nuts, crackers, peanut butter, protein bars, and other shelf-stable items that can sustain you for days or even weeks. The psychological comfort of knowing you have food during a stressful situation cannot be overstated.
But here's a mistake that happens more often than you'd think. People stock up on canned goods and then realize they don't have a way to open them when the power is out. Electric can openers don't work without electricity. This is why a simple manual can opener is an absolute must-have. It costs just a few dollars, takes up almost no space, and becomes invaluable when you need to access your food supply. Keep it in an easy-to-find location with your emergency supplies, not buried in a drawer somewhere. Think about variety, too. You don't want to be eating the same thing for every meal during an extended outage. Stock foods that don't require preparation, that taste decent at room temperature, and that provide actual nutrition. This isn't just about surviving, it's about maintaining your energy and morale during a difficult situation. Which brings us to something even more critical than food: water. You can survive weeks without food, but only days without water. During a power outage, especially one caused by infrastructure damage, your water supply might be compromised. Even if the taps still work, the water might not be safe to drink without the treatment facilities running at full capacity. The general rule for emergency water storage is 1 gallon per person per day. That accounts for drinking, basic hygiene, and a little bit of cooking if needed. For a family of 4 preparing for a 3-day outage, you're looking at 12 gallons of water. That might sound like a lot, but it's the minimum you need to stay healthy and hydrated. Store water in food-grade containers, keep them in a cool, dark place, and rotate them every 6 months to ensure freshness. But here's where smart preparation takes it a step further: water purification tablets. These compact, inexpensive tablets can turn water from questionable sources into drinkable water. If you're facing an extended outage and your stored water runs out, you might need to use water from pools, streams, or other sources. Purification tablets kill bacteria, viruses, and other pathogens that could make you seriously ill. They're lightweight, have a long shelf life, and could be the difference between safe hydration and a medical emergency. Now, during the chaos and stress of a power outage, accidents happen. You're moving around in the dark, you're using alternative lighting, you might be operating backup heating equipment. The risk of minor injuries goes up significantly. This is why a comprehensive first aid kit is absolutely essential. We're not talking about a tiny kit with a few band-aids. You need a proper first aid kit with bandages of various sizes, antiseptic wipes and ointments, pain relievers, antihistamines, gauze pads, medical tape, scissors, tweezers, and any prescription medications your family needs. During a power outage, especially one widespread, getting to a pharmacy or urgent care might be difficult or impossible. Being able to treat cuts, burns, allergic reactions, headaches, and other minor medical issues yourself keeps small problems from becoming major crises. Include a first aid manual in your kit because in a stressful situation, it's easy to forget basic treatment steps. Also consider adding supplies specific to your family's needs. If someone has asthma, make sure you have extra inhalers. If someone is diabetic, ensure you have glucose tablets and testing supplies. Your first aid kit should be personalized to keep everyone in your household safe and healthy until normal medical services are available again. Let's talk about something that becomes desperately important during winter power outages: staying warm. When your heating system goes down, temperatures inside your home can drop quickly, especially in cold climates. Hypothermia isn't just something that happens to people lost in the wilderness. It can happen in your own home if you're not prepared. This is where warm blankets and sleeping bags become essential survival gear. We're not talking about your regular bedtime blankets. You need thick, insulated blankets or quality sleeping bags rated for cold temperatures. The strategy here is layering. The more layers you have, the more heat you can trap and retain. During a winter outage, you might need to create a warm zone in one room of your house where everyone bunkers down together using body heat and layered blankets to maintain comfortable temperatures. Emergency blankets, those metallic-looking ones, are also incredibly valuable. They're designed to reflect your body heat back to you, and they're compact enough to store multiple ones without taking up much space. Sleeping bags rated for below freezing temperatures can turn a dangerously cold situation into a manageable one. And here's a pro tip. Quality matters with these items. Cheap blankets and sleeping bags won't retain heat effectively. Invest in proper cold weather gear, and it'll serve you for years across multiple emergencies. But blankets and sleeping bags are passive solutions. They help you retain heat, but they don't generate it. This brings us to item number 8, the one that most people overlook until they're in a desperate situation: backup heat sources. When your furnace stops working because there's no electricity to run it, you need an alternative way to generate warmth, especially if you're facing a multi-day outage in freezing conditions. Safe backup heating options include propane heaters designed for indoor use and wood stoves if your home is equipped for them. These provide active heat that can keep your living space at survivable temperatures. Propane heaters are particularly valuable because they're portable, efficient, and many models are specifically engineered with safety features for indoor use. They can heat a room effectively without requiring any electrical power. But here's the critical part. Safety comes first with any backup heat source.
You must ensure proper ventilation to prevent carbon monoxide buildup, which is an odorless, colorless gas that can kill you. If you're using any fuel-burning heat source, you need a battery-operated carbon monoxide detector in the room. Never use outdoor-only equipment, like camping stoves or grills, inside your home, no matter how cold it gets. The risk of carbon monoxide poisoning is real and deadly. Wood stoves are another excellent option if your home has one installed properly with correct venting. They provide substantial heat and don't require any electricity to operate. Just make sure you have a supply of dry firewood stored and ready to use. The key is having your backup heating method established and tested before you need it. Don't wait until the power goes out to figure out how to use these systems safely. Now you know the 8 essential items that will keep you safe, warm, and in control during any power outage. With these items ready, you're not just surviving, you're maintaining comfort and security no matter what happens. You've got light that doesn't drain your phone, communication tools that work when everything else fails, food and water to sustain you, medical supplies to handle emergencies, and the ability to stay warm even when the heating system is down. The confidence that comes from this level of preparation is incredible. Instead of panicking when the lights go out, you'll calmly access your supplies and settle in knowing you're completely equipped to handle the situation. These 8 items work together as an integrated system, each one covering a critical aspect of survival and comfort during a power outage. If you're just starting to build your emergency preparedness, don't feel overwhelmed. Start with the basics: flashlights, batteries, and water. Then gradually add the other items as your budget allows. Even having just a few of these essentials puts you ahead of most people who have no preparation at all. Which of these 8 items do you already have? Which ones are you going to get first? Drop a comment below and let us know. Don't forget to subscribe to Food Decider and hit that notification bell so you're always prepared with the knowledge you need. And check out our next video where we'll show you how to build a complete emergency kit for under $100. Stay prepared, stay safe, and remember, power outages don't have to mean powerless. We'll see you in the next one.